Hey folks, hey, Brad Miller with FlyBass.com and FlyBass.biz. Today with you. Got some exciting news for you. Got some new popper bodies for you to take a look at. You know, we've been talking quite a bit over the last, I don't know, about 6-8 months now about these blockhead designs. And I know a lot of you have picked some up because we've been selling a lot of them. And I thank you for that. If you haven't seen these babies, take a look at them. There are some fantastic popper bodies that we have available in 4 different colors. But what I'm talking about today is a new type of a body, and it is the Lefty's popping bug body, and this thing comes in 3 different sizes. This happens to be a big one. This is a large one. You can see that the body shape is a kind of a conical with a flat bottom on it, and there's a little bit of a forward slant to it, and these things will push water, not quite as much as a square blockhead will, but they will push water quite well, and they're actually very good for skittering. If you're going to skitter that thing across the water like that, they work great for that. This actually is a saltwater sized popper here. Here is a more of a traditional freshwater size popper body like this. This is not the popper body, I should say. This is actually a finished fly, and you'll be able to buy these also on FlyBass. This is bucktail and a little bit of flashaboo in there, with just a little bit of bucktail, then some Estes chenille wrapped around the collar there. And these are actually available in a panfish size as well. Here's a little panfish one, and you typically, since these bodies are a little bit longer, you're going to want to use a longer hook. A streamer hook actually works quite well with that, with this, either with a straight eye or a bent eye. But a streamer hook, maybe a 3 or 4X type hook, works very good for this. And so I tied up a few of these little panfish poppers too, and I can't wait to use them. Here, the ice finally went out up here in Minnesota, and we're getting all excited. The weather's getting nice, and we're getting ready to go. Let me show you what these bodies look like. This happens to be the larger size here. Here's that medium-sized hook, and again, when I put these things on, I'll actually wrap thread around the front part of that hook first, and then I'll apply some sort of fast drying glue on this. The best type of glue that you can use is like a 5-minute epoxy, but I'm always I'm too impatient to do that, so I use the quick drying glue like Zap-A-Gap. And I'll put a bead on there, and then I'll take the body and I'll twist it and turn it on there, so I make sure that glue is well distributed around the hook shank. And then put it in the position real quick, and then let it set up nice for you. I also put a little dab in the back end of the butt section there where the hook enters the popper. I think it gives it a little bit extra stability there. But these were developed by Lefty Kreh, and as far as I'm concerned, anything developed and used by Lefty Kreh, in my book, I'm going to use it, because I think Lefty Kreh is probably the greatest fly fisherman that's ever lived. I've read a number of his books. I've actually met him, and he's not only a cool, humble guy, but as far as being innovative and creative, and probably caught more different species of fish on flies than anybody else. When Lefty talks, I listen. And he developed this particular body shape. In my book, I'm going to be trying them this summer a lot. 4 different colors. We've got black, white, good old yellow, and of course green. Look at this. Look how long this happens to be, the big body, and look how long that hook is. This is actually a 2-aught for the big size. And you need a longer shank hook for these than you would with some of the other popper designs that we have. The key on all these is, and with most poppers, is you want to make sure there's plenty of hook back behind that popper. I've got a couple different ones to show you here that kind of exemplify that. Here's about how far I think it should be back, because you're going to have a collar on that, and you're going to have some bucktail coming back on this. This happens to be a shorter hook right here. And if you have a shorter hook and you want to use a shorter hook, make sure that the gap is plenty big, because the biggest problem, if your hook is short and the gap's not big, something like that, the fish is going to have a harder time getting hold of it, because the body's going to interfere with its ability to be able to get on there. So really good practice for any kind of a popper. Make sure that you've got a hook shank long enough so that the point of that hook is back behind the rear end of that popper. That's just good practice to do it that way. You'll get a lot better hookups if you do it that way. These are available in 3 different sizes and 4 different colors on FlyBass.biz right now. I invite you to check them out. I've got a very limited supply of these popper bodies, and I'm the only one, so far as I know, in the world right now that's carrying these Lefty's popping bug bodies by themselves. You can buy the flies, but you can't buy the bodies. And it's a lot more inexpensive to buy the bodies and tie your own. It's a lot more fun too. So whichever way you want to go, we've got them available for you on FlyBass.biz. Thanks a lot for stopping by today. Look forward to seeing you on the water soon. So on.